They say the greatest heroes are those who rise to the occasion, who step up when their skills are most needed. In today's video, we're going to revisit the story of Samson. You see him in the thumbnail? Yep, that guy with the mouse. Oh, but this isn't your typical retelling. Oh no. We're diving deep into the heart of his story, discovering the hero he could be. Now let's get started. Samson, a name synonymous with extraordinary strength. Born as a Nazarite, set aside from birth for the Lord, Samson's life was a testament to divine favor. His story, as told in the book of Judges, is not merely a collection of superhuman feats, but a profound exploration of the human condition, one marked by both remarkable bravery and tragic flaws. From his first exploit, slaying a lion in the prime of his youth, to his later battles against the Philistines, Samson displayed a strength that seemed almost mythical. These were acts of incredible physical prowess, defying ordinary human limitation. But there's more to these stories than meets the eye. For every mighty deed was a lesson in humility, a reminder of Samson's mortality and the consequences of his choices. His victories over the lion and the 1,000 Philistines, far from being mere displays of brute force, were pivotal moments in his personal growth. They were tests of character that shaped him into the hero he was meant to be. Yet despite these triumphs, Samson's story is incomplete without acknowledging his weaknesses. His dalliances with Delilah and the Philistines, these weren't just moments of poor judgment. They were betrayals of trust, a failure to recognize the source of his strength. Each betrayal brought him closer to his breaking point, culminating in the tragic episode where he was captured and blinded by his enemies. At this point, it's easy to see Samson not as a hero, but as a cautionary tale, symbol of what can happen when great power meets unchecked weakness. But that's not where the story ends. For in his darkest hour, when all seemed lost, and his enemies reveled in his defeat, Samson surprised everyone, including himself. He discovered an inner strength that had nothing to do with his physical prowess. As he stood in the temple of Dagon, preparing for his final act of defiance, Samson drew upon a wellspring of determination and resilience that defied the expectations of both his captors and his own past. With the support of the voice in the wilderness, which some believed to be God himself, Samson rallied and pushed with all his might. And there it was, the ultimate test of heroism, not in brute strength, but in the indomitable spirit that refused to surrender. The pillars of Dagon's temple trembled, then crashed down, bringing Samson's life to a dramatic end. It was a fitting finale for a man whose life was a constant push and pull between immense power and tragic frailty. In this moment of sacrifice, Samson transcended his limitations, proving that heroism isn't just about physical might, but also about the strength of the human spirit. His final act, a desperate gamble, a prayer for redemption, it was a recognition of his past failures, a vow to make amends before it was too late. He didn't have the luxury of time, nor did he have any other options left. He couldn't call upon the strength of his ancestors or the favor of the gods because he had squandered it all. His back was against the wall, and in that corner he found his greatest strength, the strength to save not just himself, but thousands of innocent lives. This is the essence of true heroism, the ability to rise above personal failings and limitations to protect the innocent. Samson wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, big ones. He betrayed God's trust and disappointed those who believed in him. But in the end, he chose to be better, to be a hero. He sacrificed everything, his life, his legacy, and perhaps even his soul. It was a heavy price to pay, but it was a price he was willing to pay because that's what heroes do. They make the ultimate sacrifice. Here's the thing about true heroism. It doesn't come from flawless individuals. It comes from people like us, from people who struggle, who stumble, but who ultimately choose to rise and fight for what's right. That's why Samson's story resonates with us so deeply. He was flawed, yes, but his flaws only served to highlight the magnitude of his heroic spirit. So the next time you hear Samson's story, don't just think of him as a man with superhuman strength. Think of him as a hero, a flawed, struggling hero who in the end, when pushed to the edge, discovered the true meaning of courage. Think about the times in your own life when you've been pushed to the edge, when you faced situations that seemed impossible to escape from. How did you react? Did you crumble under the pressure, or did you find a strength within yourself that surprised you? We all have the potential for greatness within us. We all have the ability to be heroes. Sometimes it just takes a desperate situation, a corner we never thought we'd be in, to bring that potential to the surface. So keep this in mind the next time you face a challenge, no matter how big or small. You never know what kind of hero you might become. Samson was blessed with an extraordinary gift, a divine endowment of immense strength. From the time he was a young boy, it was evident that Samson was destined for greatness. His every exploit was a testament to this, each one a resounding declaration of his unique heritage. And here's a crucial point. This strength, this blessing, was not just about physical prowess. It was a reflection of his spiritual calling. It symbolized the potential for greatness that lay within him, waiting to be tapped. However, Samson's story teaches us that such blessings, such gifts, while elevating, also burden. They come with a weight of responsibility that demands respect and care. Every gift, every blessing, is also a test, a trial that challenges one's understanding, devotion, and control. Samson's struggles with self-control, his inability to resist temptation, led him down a path of deceit and ultimately to his downfall. His story is a stark reminder that even the greatest gifts, if not properly understood and managed, can lead to ruin. It's a lesson we must all heed, regardless of our own unique gifts and blessings. For what good is a blessing if it leads to destruction? What purpose does a gift serve if it corrupts? True strength, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, must be guided by wisdom, tempered by self-control, and directed by a sense of purpose. Otherwise, it becomes a liability, a curse, rather than a blessing. Samson's story is a beacon, illuminating the pitfalls that await even the most gifted among us. It's a tale that transcends generations, a timeless narrative reminding us that with great gifts comes great responsibility. It's a call to action, urging us to not just accept our blessings passively, but to engage with them actively, to understand their depths, to respect their power, and to wield them responsibly. For in the end, it's not the size of our gifts that defines us, but the wisdom and care with which we use them. It's high time we talked about something that's been on everyone's mind, those pesky spoilers. Let's face it, spoilers ruin the fun, don't they? All that anticipation, all that curiosity, all that mystery, gone in an instant. Just imagine you're watching a movie and you're on the edge of your seat. Your heart's racing, and then bam, someone shouts out the ending. Talk about a buzzkill. Or picture this. You're engrossed in a book, totally absorbed in the plot, and then someone casually drops a spoiler. It's like they injected poison into your veins. Spoilers are like uninvited guests at a party. They crash the celebration, disrupting the joy and taking away the surprise. But guess what? You can help put an end to this madness. So you heard that right. By liking this video, subscribing, and sharing our videos with your friends, you're helping us reach more Bible lovers like you. And hey, if you're not already part of our community, what are you waiting for? Join us, and let's explore the Bible together.